am your host, Big Sam, and you are listening to and watching Big Sam Presentz Raw. This is my vlog and podcast. I want to give you some encouragement. You, the young business owner, the business owner that's been in business for a long time, the person that's been thinking about jumping into business, the musician, the creative, the husband, the wife, the father, the friend, the spouse, the mother, the leader, the encourager. I need to tell you something. Actually, I need a favor from you. I'm going to need you to not quit. Whatever it is that you're doing that's bringing positivity inside of this community and or your circle of friends or spears or fears or whatever you call that crap. Don't quit. Regardless of how hard you may think it is getting or how hard you think it has become, whatever the case may be. The point is, I don't need you to quit. I do not need you to quit. Yo, I'm Big Sam. What's going on, people? How you doing? I'm back. I need to tell you something. Just as sure as I'm fat, brown skin, and handsome, I need you to stay the course. Don't give up on your dreams. You might have some hurdles. Jump over them jokers or knock them out. Run through them, something. But what you better not do is get to the hurdle and quit. Don't doubt yourself. Talk to yourself. Literally, if you have to write down on a piece of paper, where my notepad at? If you got to write down on a piece of paper, I believe in myself. If you got to write that down and stand in front of the mirror and say it out loud to yourself 7 times a day, then dagnabbit, you better get on to it. I believe in myself. That's what I need you to tell yourself. That I believe in myself. Say it with me. I believe in myself. And guess what? All things are working for your good. No matter how desperate or dire the situation may appear, you have the ability to find the good in that situation. Why? Because you are the salt of the earth. You are the good in that situation. Remind yourself if you have to. Talk to yourself. Reconnect with yourself. Build your self-esteem. After all, it's called self-esteem, meaning esteem yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm learning this for myself, that I got to tell myself, Big Sam, you are a good man. You are a consistent person. You are a truthful person. Or whatever it is that I have to tell myself. Yo, I got this. Regardless if the situation doesn't necessarily work out the way that I planned it to, I always try to find the good in it. The learning experience from it. Did I leave the situation on bad terms? Did I do my due diligence to make sure no bridges were burned? Not every time I win. And I realize that. I don't beat myself up over it though. As long as I remain with integrity and my intentions are always honest and pure, everything else is going to work itself out. Now, when I'm in the midst of the storm, I'm talking about Big Sam now, I might not necessarily think about it like that. Nevertheless, when I come through that joker, it always has worked out for my good. Now, I might have made some situations in my past, more toxic than what they had to be, or I might have extended the learning experience. Learn from my mistakes. Find the good, learn your lesson, and get through it. You don't go to the troubles. You don't go to trials. Excuse me. You shouldn't go to trials. You need to go through them. And at the end of the day, it's life. Life is about exploring and learning, collaborations, and trying different things and figuring out, oh, that's not a cool way to get that done. You don't really have failures. You just figured out a unique way on how not to do what it was that you were trying to do. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yo, you need to keep trying. You need to keep pushing, and you don't need to quit. Going back to some old school principles, write down your goals, your dreams, your visions, your plans. Reflect on them from time to time. Reconnect with your passion. Like read your writings. If you are a biblical person, your Bible tells you to write the vision, make it plain. For the people will perish without a vision, right? Hey man, we're talking about the Bible, so you can take bits and pieces of that shit and apply it however you want to, okay? You gotta do the same thing for yourself. Your people, your mind, body, heart, and soul, inner being, all the stuff, all them crazy voices in your head, they need to be reminded of what the vision is, what the goal is. So write it down, repeat it to yourself out loud. You got to stay encouraged, figuring out whatever it is, what it takes to keep you motivated and keep you encouraged. Sometimes you got to make that tough decision to let go of your so-called friend or friends. For every negative friend, for every person that friend that does not support the things that you do. Now, hold on, let me back up. Support, okay. From a musical standpoint, as a musician, I do not expect, nor do I invite musicians to my gigs. That just don't make no sense to me. Why would I invite a bunch of people, musicians, to come listen to me play and give me money when they supposed to be out the same night that I'm playing, making their own money? So, support in that aspect, I'm not going to say that they don't support me, because that's not accurate. Support can be as simple as every time you say something, that person doesn't come back with, no, that ain't going to work. That ain't the kind of support you need. Yeah, you got some people that say, well, I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. Yeah, but you don't have full context. So, how the support that you need, if the person isn't giving you the support that you need, but the things that they do constantly causes you to doubt, question, have fear, have concerns, you need to get rid of that person. Okay? Get rid of that person. Find you a person that's like-minded, that's positive, that's going to speak life into you. Replace them. You got to, at the end of the day, you got to live your best life, your best, most productive, happy, joy-filled life. It's very difficult to do that if you surround yourself with a bunch of negative crabs. You know what crabs? You put a bunch of buckets in the crab. Every time a crab gets almost to the top, all the ones on the bottom, pull them back out. Pull them back out that bucket. You don't want to be around people like that. I don't care if you've known them all your life. At some point, your life has to grow. And if their life is miserable, not growing, yeah, cut the umbilical cord. Get rid of that joker. Get rid of that sucker. And live your best life. And everything that you do, make sure you understand your intentions. Yo, if your intentions are to use people and step on people's back to get to the top, stay true to your intentions. It ain't gonna get you nowhere, but stay true to your intentions. If your intentions is to help people from a genuine place, stay true to that. Just be honest. Over communicate your truth. Most folks ain't gonna like it. They're not gonna understand it. You know, it is what it is. You got to keep going. When you're talking about communicating, communication freaks people out from my perspective. Be very direct if you are able to. If a person doesn't understand, figure out a different way to communicate with them. Learn their love language. Learn how they communicate. Some people prefer metaphors. Some people need a little bit of visual aids to go with them. Some people need boisterous. Some people need animation with a charismatic tone. Some people need very, very educated, long words with a bunch of syllables in it. Other folks need very, very short, dry, to the point explanations. Excuse me. It's important for you to figure out how to communicate with your friends or the people that you're going to have around you. That way y'all can always be on one accord. You don't want no division. Most problems in relationships stem from a lack of communication. People say, oh, finances. Well, when it's easy to resolve financial problems when you talk and budget with each other. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just saying. Communicate and over communicate. Be consistent. Look, don't be no habitual liar, or that's going to get you. Do you really want to be known as a habitual liar? Nah, I don't believe that. So speak the truth consistently. When you tell the truth, you ain't got to make shit up. That's just what it is. It just comes natural to you. You just tell them the truth. Now, I understand lying come natural to a bunch of y'all peoples out there in the world, around the world. We all got lies in us. Do your best to always remain truthful, honest, and consistent. Till next time, people, I am Big Sam. You're listening and or watching Big Sam Presentz Raw podcast. I really just wanted to jump on here real quick. I'm going to be producing some shows. I'm working on them, doing some editing and some recording, some more editing, more recording, and making my own music for my show.